What is going on, everybody? I want to talk to you today about Darth Maul, or just Maul in X-Wing 2.0, why he is not in the Rebel Conversion Kit, and also I also want to announce, related to conversion kits, a huge new giveaway. I'm giving away 3 conversion kits, so you can win one. You will not have to worry about the expense of upgrading from 1.0 to 2.0. I'm going to be giving away 3, and I'm going to be announcing the winner before Gen Con. So by the end of July, the winner will be announced. Late July, winners, all 3 winners will be announced. The way you enter this giveaway is to become a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. 3, and these will be in the form of a cool stuff gift card. So you know, big deal here. So this is a lot more than my normal giveaways. I normally give away a single expansion gift card, but I'm giving away, these are, you know, I usually do like a $20 gift card. These are going to be like 40 something, you know, a little more than that, like about 42 or something like that. And I'm giving away 3 of them at the same time. So this one's going to run for a little bit longer, so you have plenty of chances to enter. You just got to be a subscriber and leave a comment. It's as simple as that. That being said, let's talk about these conversion kits and Maul. So, and the reason I'm bringing up Maul is there's been some discussion about, like, oh, well, you know what, they're not perfect. You know, you don't have enough unique pilots for every single version of his ship to cover the 2 or however many, you know, they're including with that. And I understand that. It seems like there is some oversights. But there was also, you know, one that was brought up specifically is Maul. So you know, Maul is kind of cool. He's a scum crew, but you can use him with Ezra, and like that's what people typically do. That's what I've always done. I've never actually used Maul in scum. I've only used Maul in Rebel builds with Ezra, and I like to actually put Maul on a B-wing. There's a lot of things I like to do with Maul that involve having Ezra in the crew. He doesn't have to necessarily be on the same ship. The squad has to contain Ezra Bridger. This is the 1.0 card right here. So let's look at the 2.0 version of Maul. So this does not come, you know, in the Rebel conversion kit, even though it is potential. This is a scum card, but it can go on with any squad that includes Ezra Bridger. So if in theory Ezra had an Imperial card, which in theory could potentially happen someday if Ezra and Thrawn end up like forming an alliance or something like that. I seriously doubt that will happen, but you know, stranger things have happened. But basically any build that has Ezra, you could potentially put this on as well, which means you can use Maul in a Rebel build, and you're probably fairly likely to do that, since now you can put dark side upgrades on this ship. So that being said, why did this guy not come with the Rebel conversion kit? Well, I think the first reason is they pretty much think everyone's going to buy all of the conversion kits. You know, or at least most people. You may not do it all at the start, but I think they generally think, since a lot of us are so used to buying across the aisle already, that a lot of people will go ahead and get multiple conversion kits for the purposes of, one, we don't want all of our collections to go to waste. There's not that many people that I know that only have stuff for one faction. Most people have stuff for multiple factions, and so you will probably want to get all 3 eventually anyway. But that is kind of contrary to what they originally said, and that was that you only have to buy one faction, you'll have everything you need. That being said, if you look at this Maul card, he's not really going to give you, you know, they've changed Maul here from 1.0 to 2.0 significantly. So now, like, I think the biggest draw that you get with Maul, you know, because we don't know what his point cost is exactly. I imagine he's going to be a little on the expensive side. I don't think he'll be that cheap, or at least at a medium cost for a crew. But I think, you know, the biggest draw that you get here is the ability to equip dark side upgrades, which is, you know, you're not going to find dark side upgrades in the Rebel kit because they normally can't use that. So this really kind of opens it up to giving every possible, you know, thing. So I think that's kind of another reason that they didn't include him, because, all right, if you're going to be using him, you have to be buying across the aisle anyway, so you have to be buying everything anyway. But I suppose there's always that chance that you're going to be a player who maybe you're flying Empire and you're flying Rebels, but you don't like Scum, but you want to use your dark side upgrades. You want Ezra to borrow, Darth Vader's favorite cards, and so you want to do this. If that is the case, and I say just proxy this one, right? If you've already got this one, just use the 1.0 card. I'm sure, at least for quite a while, most people aren't going to have a problem with that. And over time, people will. There's going to be a lot of people out there who buy more than one conversion kit, and so over time, people are going to buy. People are going to have extra Maul. Somebody will be able to, somebody will give you a Maul. I'm sure. If it becomes that much of an issue, I'm sure I'll have an extra Maul at some point, and maybe I'll just do a Maul giveaway. But that being said, this is actually a pretty nice little upgrade in how they changed the way that this card works. It's still about, you can still gain a stress, so that part is still pretty much the same. But instead of just re-rolling dice, he's letting you recover a force, which normally a ship is only able to recover one force per turn, regardless of how many force points they have. So this can basically double that recovery. So that's a really nice effect, especially on certain ships that might have really expensive force cost options. But he's also raising your force limit by 1. So you have a lot of different things you could do here with Maul. You could, you could put him on a ship with no force, that now all of a sudden they have a force. And in X-Wing 2.0, you can spend that force token to turn a single focus into a hit or an evade. So the force is just a nice thing to do inherently. Or you can use this to, on another force-sensitive pilot to, help fund those more expensive force abilities. So Maul has a lot of versatility here. But also, if you just really want somebody to be spending their actions for other things other than focus, maybe you'll just put him on that ship so that they have extra force tokens so that you don't necessarily have to worry as much about spending focus for dice manipulation, and they can do other things with their action. That being said, the other bigger thing is the dark side upgrades that Maul is going to give you. So he gives you access to a whole different subset, and we don't even know all the new future dark side upgrades that they're going to have, because all we know right now is what's the cards that are listed that are coming in the conversion kit, and so far the one all new expansion that will be coming to 2.0, and that is Lando's Falcon. But we don't know what new Inquisitor type stuff they're going to have. We don't know what the Resistance and First Order are going to have. There could be a whole bunch of new stuff coming out with that. There's a new show that comes out this fall, which we're actually getting closer to. I expect we're going to hear something about it soon. Resistance is going to have new dark side characters. There's we already know that EA's games are canon. So however you feel about EA, but the Battlefront games, Ida and Versio will be in here. The new Fallen Order game, the Jedi Fallen Order game, is going to involve Jedi and dark side users, maybe more Inquisitors. So basically the future is full of new canon opportunities to add even more dark side upgrades. So Maul can potentially be a very, very powerful character moving forward. And so I can understand why Rebel players might feel like, hey, you know what, they should have included this. And I think, honestly, it was probably an oversight. It probably was. He probably should have been included, but I understand at that same point, well, then you also have to put out these dark side upgrades. But yeah, you probably should have. They probably should have just included Maul and one of each dark side upgrade. This way, Ezra can fit this bill and you don't have to buy across the aisle. Again, I think it was an oversight, and I don't think putting those extra couple of cards would have really had to change the price point very much. I think it would have been a nice gesture. And sure, if for those players who are buying like multiple conversion kits for every single type, yeah, they would end up having a couple extra Mauls. Okay, no big deal. That's not really a big deal. So I think it should have been included. But if this is an issue for you, I think the clear thing to do is just use your 1.0 Maul card. It's the same art, at least for now. I think, because I think this was probably an oversight on FFG's part. I don't think people are going to give you a hard time about it. A lot of people in X-Wing fly casual anyway, and especially when a game is new, in the case of X-Wing 2.0 being new, and people having to, buy into it and get caught up, I don't think people are going to give you a hard time. I certainly wouldn't give you a hard time. Now, if we're like 3 years in and you're still doing it, then I would probably, give you a Maul card if I had one or something like that, because at a certain point, early in a game's life cycle, I think it's more acceptable to proxy, and then later in a game's life cycle, it becomes less acceptable to proxy. But everybody has a different opinion on that. I try not to really, get too angry about it one way or another. There's more important things in life to get bent out of shape about. But instead of getting bent out of shape, let's get excited, because new giveaway, 1, 2, 3 different giveaways going on right now. All you got to do is enter, become a subscriber, and leave a comment on this one of my videos. It's as simple as that, giving away 3 conversion kits. And if you, and I'm going to announce these before Gen Con, so if you are going and or maybe thinking about picking some early conversion kits up at Gen Con, you'll get the notice before then. So that's going to be it, guys. I will be announcing them in a video, so you have to also make sure that you're watching the videos, because I typically announce giveaway winners towards the end of a video, so you got to watch them all the way through. Otherwise, you might miss out, and if 30 days go by and you still haven't messaged me, then you're going to forfeit it. So make sure you do that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Crabbok.com, and stay tuned for more X-Wing 2.0 news. We're going to be getting some of that soon. We just been getting a lot of news lately. Origins is going on right now. If you're going to be in Orlando soon for Dice Tower Con, come check me out there. We'll be in the Asmodee room, and we'll be doing all kinds of... We will have X-Wing 2.0 here in Orlando, so that will be available, as well as a whole bunch of other Asmodee games, and we will be there having a good time. And also at Gen Con, come check me out at Gen Con. I will be there as well in the FFG area doing something. We'll see. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.